I spent $188,000 on my niece, she called me selfish for not giving more. And my family made me the villain. I never thought I'd be in this situation. But here I am, questioning my sanity. After years of pouring my time, energy, and money into my family, my niece called me selfish because I only gave her $118,000, and the worst part? My family took her side. I'm in shock. Was I too harsh? Or did I just finally refuse to be their doormat? For years, I was the one who organized everything: Christmas, birthdays, weddings, baby showers, graduations. If it was a family event, I planned it. As a professional event planner with my own small venue, it made sense. At first, I loved it. I enjoyed bringing everyone together, seeing them happy in a beautifully arranged setting. But somewhere along the way, they started taking it for granted. My niece, Emily, 25, was one of the worst offenders. Over the years, I planned 3 major events for her. A dinner after her secret wedding, which she left entirely in my hands without a single request or preference. Her first baby shower, where she simply said, "Do whatever you want." Her second baby shower, same attitude, same lack of gratitude. Emily never showed the slightest interest in any of it. She would just show up, eat, collect her gifts, and leave. No excitement, no involvement, not even a simple thank you. At her first baby shower, she arrived 30 minutes late, wearing old sweatpants, as if she'd just come from grocery shopping. She stayed long enough to eat, pose for a few pictures, grab her gifts, and disappear. Her mother, my sister-in-law, quickly excused her behavior. "She's had a tough pregnancy," she whispered. The same thing happened at her wedding dinner. She arrived late, barely looked up from her phone, ate in silence, and left. Even my mother, who always preached the importance of good manners, muttered. She didn't even say thank you. But my brother, Emily's father, dismissed it. "She's just stressed from the wedding. Don't take it personally." There was always an excuse for her. Then came the breaking point. At her second baby shower, she followed the same routine, but this time, after collecting her gifts, she turned to me and said, "Can you pack these up for me?" I suggested she stay and open them with the family. She let out a sarcastic laugh. "I don't want to stay at these little parties any longer than necessary." That was it. I decided. Right then and there. I was done. I would never organize another event for her again. A year later, I planned a bachelorette party for her younger sister, a completely different person. She was kind, grateful, and excited about every detail. The event was a success. The atmosphere was warm. The decorations were elegant. The food was perfect. Everyone had a great time, except Emily. As usual, she showed up late, ate, ignored everyone, and disappeared. Later that night, while my brother and I were loading gifts into the car, he casually dropped a bombshell. "By the way, Emily's pregnant again. When can you throw her baby shower?" I took a deep breath. "I'm not doing it." He frowned. "What? Why not?" I calmly explained how Emily had never appreciated anything I did for her, how she never showed gratitude, how she had openly said she didn't even like these little parties. His response was predictable. "I didn't know it bothered you that much. Are you really holding a grudge over one little comment?" The next day, Emily called, furious. "Why did you tell my dad you won't throw me a baby shower?" I took another deep breath. "You said you don't like my parties. Why do you want another one?" There was silence. Then, finally, she admitted it. "Because I need the gifts." And in that moment, I understood everything. It was never about celebrating, never about family. For her, a baby shower was nothing more than a chance to collect free stuff. I stayed calm. "You can post your registry online. I'm sure people will help you." Emily exploded. "You're so selfish. You love pretending you're important with your events. But when someone actually needs you, you refuse to help." She hung up. Minutes later, my brother called, his voice full of outrage. "Emily is crying. She says you humiliated her and that you won't help her out of spite." I stayed quiet for a moment. "If she wants a baby shower, you can pay for it. I'll charge you like any other client." A long pause. "How much?" I gave him the standard price for an event at my venue. "What?" His voice cracked. "That's way too much." "Then you can find someone else to do it." He hung up without another word. I knew what was coming next. Within 24 hours, my phone was ringing non-stop. First, my mother. Sweetheart, I don't know what happened, but why won't you throw Emily a baby shower? Mom, she said she didn't even like these events. Why does she want one now? She's your niece. Family helps each other. Apparently, that only applied when I was the one doing the giving. I closed my eyes and rubbed my forehead. Family. There it was, the magic word. The one that always seemed to be the perfect excuse for everyone to expect me to give my time and money without question. After my mother came the aunts. We heard you refused to throw a baby shower for Emily. Poor thing. She's so sensitive. She's having a hard time. And now this on top of everything. Then the cousins joined in. Hey, why are you being so bitter? It's just a party. If it were anyone else, you'd do it. Why do you hate her so much? It's like it bothers you to see her happy. They attacked me as if I were the villain, completely unaware of the full story. I knew Emily had a hand in all of this. She didn't hesitate to twist the truth, painting herself as the innocent victim abandoned by her cruel aunt. And the worst part? Most of them believed her. By the third day, my patience was nearly gone when one of my aunts called me, her voice trembling with emotion. Sweetheart, how could you do this to Emily? She told me you humiliated her, that you said her child didn't deserve a party. What? I never said that. She said you called her an opportunist, that you said her family didn't deserve anything from you. A cold shiver ran down my spine. Emily wasn't just manipulating the situation, she was outright fabricating lies. I took a deep breath, trying to keep my composure. I don't know what Emily told you, but I never said any of that. The only thing I did was refuse to organize another baby shower for her because she's made it clear she doesn't appreciate them. I don't know, she's really hurt. Can't you reconsider? No. But why? She's family. I hung up before I could say something I might regret. But Emily wasn't done yet. By the weekend, I learned that she had gone to my parents' house to cry to them in person. She showed up with a barely noticeable baby bump and tearful eyes, saying she felt rejected, alone, that no one supported her, that everyone saw her as a burden. Naturally, my mother embraced her immediately. My dear, who made you feel this way? Aunt, Emily's voice broke. She thinks I'm just using people. She says I only want the gifts and that I don't deserve the party. That can't be true. Surely this is just a misunderstanding. No, Grandma, it's not. She said it to my face. My mother was in complete shock. She believed every word. Later that day, my brother called me, angry. Now you've really gone too far. What did I do now? Emily is devastated. She says you called her an opportunist and insulted her just for asking for help. That's a lie. Mom and Dad are really disappointed in you. They think you've become cold, selfish. That's when the reality hit me. Emily had done exactly what she wanted, turned the entire family against me. But that wasn't enough. It wasn't just about making me the villain. She wanted more. The following Monday, my younger cousin messaged me. Hey, is it true you said you're tired of paying for everything and that our family is just a bunch of freeloaders? I stared at the message, stunned. Emily had gone further than I thought. She'd spread a lie that I called them parasites. A cold fury rose within me. That's it. If Emily wanted to play dirty, then I was going to expose the truth, and I was going to do it in front of everyone. By now, with my entire family turning their backs on me, I had nothing left to lose. Emily had played her cards well, manipulating the situation until I was the one everyone was angry with. I could almost see the smug smile on her face as she received support from the same relatives who were now ignoring me. But she made a mistake. In her eagerness to make me the villain, she forgot one crucial thing: she didn't keep her lies straight. The first crack in her story appeared when one of my aunts privately messaged me. Hey, I just want to understand. Emily says you insulted her, but she also told me you said you'd throw the baby shower if she paid you. So, which one is the truth? That message was the turning point. If I had truly humiliated and rejected her like she claimed, then why would I offer to do the event for payment? The contradiction was glaring. I responded truthfully. Exactly. I told her that if she wanted a baby shower, she could pay for it like any other client. I didn't insult her or say any of the things she's been telling people. She's manipulating everyone. Well, that makes sense, but mom and the others are still mad at you. They think you should reconsider. My family was so accustomed to me doing everything for free that asking for fair payment felt like a betrayal to them. But that was no longer my concern. That was just the first crack in Emily's perfect victim image, and soon, more cracks began to show. A few days later, my cousin Anna messaged me. I don't know if I should tell you this, but I found something that might interest you. Tell me. The other day, Emily stayed over at my house and left her laptop open. I saw she was having a conversation with her mother-in-law, and it looks like she's been getting financial help from her husband's parents. What do you mean? Yeah, her mother-in-law sent her money to buy baby things, but she spent it on something else. She was trying to justify it to her husband, saying she didn't have enough, but I saw she had a receipt for a designer clothing purchase at the same time. That's a tough call. If you're looking for true closure, you might need to balance both justice and peace. One approach could be presenting the total amount to your brother, not with the expectation that he'll pay it back, because let's be real, he probably won't, but to force him to acknowledge the sheer level of entitlement and manipulation at play. Whether he takes responsibility or not, at least you'll have put the truth out there. If you decide to pursue repayment, even partially, you'd have to weigh how far you're willing to go. A legal route would be draining, but if you have receipts and records of your contributions, you could consult a lawyer just to see what your options are. Sometimes, just the threat of legal action makes people reconsider their stance. On the flip side, choosing peace might be the best long-term decision. If you let go of the money but completely cut them off from any future financial or emotional support, you regain control over your life. The real win is ensuring they never take advantage of you again. The bigger question is, what would truly make you feel free from this mess? Would justice give you that relief? Or would walking away without another word be the real victory?